My name is Lotte. I'm 21 years old and I'm from the Netherlands. So yeah, I decided to look into options that I could find maybe a yoga teacher training in Mexico. And when I Googled, I became very overwhelmed with the enormous results, and everything kind of felt, it didn't feel genuine to me. Like a lot of things I clicked on didn't feel like they even knew what they were talking about. And I actually found Pachamama pathways through this other site. We had a little blog post, and the thing that really drew me in was this really cute picture. Like, it was this group picture with Andres, and I think it was also Taylor, and a group of people they guided, and it was just like, it was normal people smiling at me as if it was just a group of friends who had been on holiday. And that felt real to me. So I clicked on the link of the site, and then just this whole storyline unfolded about the quiero. And the thing that for me really resonated was the story of the serpent that had multiple chakras through the Andes, and then the heart chakra being in Mexico. And I got a tattoo of a snake last year, and for me, my tattoos always gather meaning, and this kind of was it. I was just like, okay, and I leaned into it, and I started reading more about it. And as I was reading more about it, I fell in love with the words, because none of them were out of place. And it's very difficult to give a lot of words to something without it being just to fill up the voids. But every word spoke of truth, and every story that I read kind of gave me a more profound experience of what Pachamama was about. And one of the things I loved was that they looked for that universal grammar. They integrated both the yogic, the chakras, something I had been interested in, but also the idea of Christ, and then the beautiful story of Quiero. And I think that's something in spirituality. Looking for common ground is always a safe way to go. Looking for that shared human experience, looking for the collectivity in all of the ways. And for me, that was what Pachamama spoke of. My first impression was I was overwhelmed with how beautiful this place was. Like, I mean, I've just been traveling for 2 months through Mexico. I was mainly sleeping in like hostel rooms with other people, and then just coming up here, like, I felt like a Kardashian. I just felt like a gift. Like, it felt like a gift. And I realized, I mean, I gifted myself this. I gave myself permission to come to this retreat. I worked for it, I paid for it. But then seeing it, like this place being such a beautiful reflection of what I've actually been working to, and what it actually is that I gave myself. And it kind of smiling back to me, that in itself was already a big lesson of self-love, I guess. Yeah. The work I've done here has been a rite of passage, for sure. And what I mean by that is that it's actually crafted in this way that throughout the different medicines, you're actually, I mean, the medicine is nothing more than this enhancement, like this amplifier of your conversation with self and with different aspects of yourself. And the way they guide you through multiple plant medicines and actually make you regress and then transform into these different parts of you and getting to know what energies are at play in those parts. For instance, ayahuasca is the feminine, you go more inwardly, emotionally. Then with niños, it's more about like the playful innocence of a child, like your inner child. For me, it felt like, and this power, like this fearless being. And then I don't know, it helped me get to know myself by putting those pieces together. And then by how the retreat is kind of like sculpted, it leads to that integration. So for me, it helped me understand what my integrity was about. So it helped me understand that the only thing I was here to do was remember and actually put into physical form through ritual, ceremony, conversation, my process, so I could get a nice overview of all the work I had been doing and understand myself, my own body language, how my energy interacts with the outside world, how the outside world interacts with me, and in it slowly like working from really like the root, like the ground up, understanding, and then transcending all of those, and by integrating all those aspects of the self, becoming one, and healing in the aspect of becoming that wholeness, the whole human experience. And I think for me the retreat was that opportunity. It was that portal. And I mean, I have been opening up all those portals leading to here, but this is where it gets hard to put into words. But I feel like the field of love that's created here, and the people and everyone holding each other's space, and there's so much gratitude, and there's so much it's almost impossible not to start like vibrating higher, because everyone brings so much beautiful energy to the table. And no matter where you are in your process, no matter where you are in your self-discovery, just that love already charges you and helps you step out in life a little bit lighter. If you're considering to do one of these retreats, what your intention is for going into the retreat, that is what you will find in the retreat. That will manifest itself during the retreat. So if you're coming from a place of lack and a place of fear, you'll encounter a lot of fear and lack, which is okay. Like if that's the lesson you want to go into, then that's beautiful, because there's growth in that. I think a retreat like this, with like the medicine we do, it will be a hard lesson, you know? And that's the decision you have to make. If you have a little bit more patience and you learn that lesson just in daily living, so you can mature a bit more and you come from a place of love, like I want to go there because I feel deserving, because I feel like I want to heal, you know, I want to be able to expand and feel that love, then that's what you're going to find. I feel like one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself is time. And whether that is more time to get to a place of love when you go into some like a retreat like this, or actually the time of giving yourself a whole week of just spending solely on your own self-development. And you know what you need. You're the only one who knows what you need.